Right, hello and welcome back to a brand new video now. Today I'm going to be reviewing another horror film, and this is one of my favourite horror films, which is Paranormal Activity. So, I would say there's probably two films ever that have slightly, creeped me out. None of them have fully scared me yet, although I haven't seen, The Grudge properly, or I don't really know what else there is. I've seen The Exorcist, but that didn't creep me out at all. I didn't even like that film. But Paranormal Activity was fairly creepy. It didn't affect me. It didn't change the way I did things, or if I was cautious and stuff. The Ring probably did the best on that, because when it was 3 in the morning when I was watching it by myself, and when I was locking up the house and stuff, I was super I'm just not looking out the door in case there's something there. So that's probably the creepiest, but this would be second creepiest, and this I enjoyed more than The Ring. Now, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, this film has got a low score for audience, to be honest. It is about 50 or something. But the critics gave it 80, I think 8 or something. 83, that's it. They got it there on the side. But I agree with the critics more than the audience, because I really, really liked this film. Now, I understand why people don't like it. Might find it boring or repetitive or something, but this is the type of film that would creep me out. Not like The Exorcist or The Omen or something with a person in it. I don't like paranormal stuff. I hate it. But I understand with films, and especially because this film, I've seen the actress in it before in another film, so it didn't really creep me out as much as it could have, but it was incredibly creepy. And a lot of the reasons are due to it being so realistic. The actors in it, Mika and Katie, they're called. That's their actual names in real life, which is creepy. It's the actors in it directed it, I think, and it's his actual house. They filmed it in something like 13 days. It cost $11,000 to actually make it, and also they had no script. They were just told to make things up on the spot. So it's one of the most profitable films. I think the most profitable, because it took $11,000 to make and made $193.4 million, which is a ridiculous amount standard alone. But to cost $11,000, that's so profitable. That's why so many films after this were made in the type of format which is what's the name? Found footage. That's it. And this film was I'd say Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity were the main ones. I know there was films like Hannibal Holocaust, I think it's called, and a few others that started the entire genre. But these films, I think, revolutionised it and made it a common thing because of how profitable they were and how cheap they were to make. But the reason I prefer this over Blair Witch is because this film was actually really creepy. Blair Witch, on the other hand, even though it's one of my favourites, it wasn't creepy at all. I didn't think, apart from the ending, was really spooky. But this one was really weird, because it was things, very subtle things, like you just move or a door slowly creaks open. And whereas in films where it's I don't know, someone's running through the house or a hole opens to hell, something like that, I just don't get creeped out by that, because I don't think that it could happen to me. Whereas with Paranormal Activity, if I ever see a door creak open after this film, I'm like, that's just weird. So Micah and Katie did awesome in this film. They were so realistic, so believable, just like the people in Blair Witch Project. And I just thought that Micah was one of the coolest characters ever. He was just so funny. He was like Adam from Saw. Adam and Micah are the coolest, funniest characters ever, because Micah's he's just really funny, and the things he says, the ways he handles situations and stuff, is shouting at the demon and things. And the thing is, this film isn't Ghost, it's demons, which is really weird, because it explains it more in the sequels, but it's actually haunting the woman, not the man. The man is just the boyfriend. He has nothing really to do with it. It's haunting her, and it doesn't matter if they move houses. A bit like in Poltergeist, I think. I think that's the plot of Poltergeist. It doesn't matter if you move houses; it will always follow her. So that was really creepy. The fact that it was kind of surrounding one person, and it wasn't her fault either. It was their dad's fault, I think. So that alone, the doors creaking open, the slight things moving, and then probably one of the creepiest scenes ever, which was where the bed covers slowly get pulled off and then just fall on the floor, and then her just starts kind of moving across the bed, and she just gets dragged and pulled out the door. That was so it was so, because there's so many jarring noises, it's completely silent and the massive door just slams shut, and it's just so freaky. And in my personal opinion, the alternate ending is better, where she's crying, I think, in the corner or something with blood on her. I liked that more than the ending where she throws him towards the camera. They finished it like that in Paranormal Activity 2 as well, and I didn't like Paranormal Activity 2 ending. I thought it was just, I don't know. It was unrealistic. Again, I know it was like kind of, even though the film is unrealistic, it's kind of taken away from the whole it could happen to you and just kind of threw it away. And also, I didn't like the fact that Katie in the second one decided to come and kill him. But if that old lady or whatever who was like doing the church symbols around the house, that was she was a cool character. But Paranormal Activity 2 was pretty good too. I might do a review on that. But Paranormal Activity is one of the best horror movies in my opinion because of how realistic it is and how much it can actually happen to you. And the thing I preferred about this one towards the other ones was the other ones they kind of moved about location quite a bit. Especially in the second one, they were showing different like CCTV rolls. We were going from the living room to the pool, and the pool nothing ever happened in the pool. And everywhere I saw the pool, I was like, nothing's gonna happen, and it never did. And whereas in this one, it's all one location, and it's just their bedroom. And every single time, there can be moments where it's like a minute long, and you just sat there. And although some people may find it boring, and I understand that people will find it boring, I personally thought it was really intense, really atmospheric, and it was building the tension for whatever was going to happen. And then when the door slammed shut or something, I just thought it was really cool. The only part I didn't really like about the film was when they had the Ouija board and they set it on fire. I just didn't think that was, again, where they say realistic, just something doesn't just set on fire, whereas doors do creak open sometimes, and that's what scared me more about this film than the other aspects. So Paranormal Activity is one of my favourite ones. It definitely reinvented the genre, and it was a revolutionary moment in horror movie cinema because of the way it used low budget for making loads of money. So what did you think about the film? Leave a comment down below. Did you see the second one? I might do a review on the second one. It depends if this one does well, but I will see you guys in the next video.